Alright guys, Gemini back with another video, and in this video today it's going to be kind of a weird video, and you have to kind of bear with me, and don't quite click it off yet until you kind of see where I'm coming from. You remember back in the day, every single Hulk Hogan match, how he would always Hulk up, and he would always no-sell the bad guy's finishing move, and then he would, kick him in the face, and he would hit the big leg drop. And no-sell his finishing moves. And back then, we thought all that shit was real. We thought Hulk was really doing that. We hadn't quite wised up to wrestling, quite frankly, no offense, but being fake, we really didn't know that. So we all believed that Hogan was really doing that. We all thought that that shit was real when we were watching wrestling. We didn't know it was a show. But, moving forward, 2015, now we all think Cena is a fake, right? Because of the shit that Hogan used to do. And so think about it. If you're watching that Hogan stuff in the 80s, if you're watching all the Hogan stuff, and you think it's real and you really believe it's real, but you go a couple years later and find out it's fake, and you're kind of jaded that wrestling gotcha, and now you move forward to 2015, isn't it easier to point the finger at Cena and call him a fake because WWE burned you once and you want to be like all smart and shit and say that Cena is a fake because you already know because of what Hogan did, back in the day? I'm sorry if that makes zero sense. I'm just trying to say Hogan painted a picture in our minds that wrestling was real, right? And then we find out wrestling is not real, and then we kind of wised up, and now we see Cena now, and so we're like, well, we know Cena's not real, the stuff he's doing in the ring. We know Cena's not real. We know the stuff that Cena's doing there isn't real because we already saw Hulk Hogan do all that stuff where he does the whole Hulk Hogan and Superman gimmick. We know it's not real. We know Cena's not real. So you just wonder, like, is the hatred for John Cena because of Hulk Hogan no-selling all those finishing moves back in the day and already kind of doing the original Superman gimmick? Is that why people hate Cena so much now? Is because we all saw Hulk Hogan do it already back in the day, and people are like, that shit's old. I know wrestling's fake. Isn't it easier to point the finger at Cena now for the Superman gimmick when Hulk Hogan had the original Superman gimmick? And some people are like, Hogan did it. Anyways, it's so hard for me to explain this and get my words out. Hogan did this gimmick, years ago, and everyone loved it. Everyone bought into it. But Cena's doing the same gimmick now, right? The big Superman, never lose a match. And people hate it, I think. And I think Hulk Hogan no-selling the finishing moves had something to do with that. Because I think Hulk Hogan painted this picture in our mind of it being real. We found out it's not real. We don't want to accept that. We want good professional wrestling matches. And now that's why people hate on Cena so much, because of everything that Hogan did. Hogan painted the picture. And now Cena has to deal with, you can't do unrealistic gimmicks anymore. Otherwise the fans hate on your ass, and Cena kind of does an unrealistic gimmick, and the fans hate on him because of what we've seen in previous years in wrestling. So you got to kind of feel for Cena on that one, just a little bit. I mean, you can't feel for him too much. I mean, $30 million, big house, Nikki Bella at home. I mean, the guy's not hurting. He's made millions. He's been a huge success in professional wrestling. But you do have to feel for Cena a bit on the hate he gets, because they're trying to rehash the Superman gimmick that Hogan already killed us to death with, 30 years ago. So I'm curious to get you guys' thoughts on this. I'm Gemini. Thank you.